Hello, everyone. My name is Manolis Spinorilakis, the founder and producer of Reality Crowd TV, and welcome to our latest episode of our show, which really will serve to be an update of where Reality Crowd TV has gone, where we are going, and what we foresee the future of the crowdfunding industry becoming. The title of the show is Connecticut Names Reality Crowd TV, a 2014 tech company to watch. And we have a little bit of a presentation that I will go through right now to show you exactly what that means and how we achieved it. So without further ado, we'll actually head right into the actual presentation. It's a very short presentation, but I'd like to just share with you where we've gone, who we are, and where we're headed. For anyone who has any questions at any point, the questions will be asked or answered at the end of the show, but we do have the Q&A application open, just like every other show we've had, in case anyone has any particular questions. So thank you all again for joining us, and I'm going to share my screen and go over this brief presentation to give everyone a little bit of a summary of where we are and where we're going. All right, so we'll start with the mission of our company. And the mission of our company, and for anyone who's spoken to me before, this is always how I start any conversation. The mission of Reality Crowd TV is to inform, educate, inspire, and motivate entrepreneurs worldwide to start small businesses through crowdfunding and to provide a blueprint on how to crowdfund. We started our company back in October of 2013, inspired by the Securities and Exchange Commission releasing rules on equity and debt crowdfunding. To go back a little bit, back in 2012, the government saw how successful donation in exchange for reward crowdfunding was with the Kickstarter and Indiegogo models, and the government actually is now going to allow companies to actually raise capital and sell equity stakes in their businesses or get loans from the American public as soon as the government finalizes the rules. So this is where the inspiration came for our company. At present, there is 2 people full-time in the business. Although my CEO, which we'll get to in a moment, works 2 jobs, she works full-time for our company as if she wasn't working a second job. But a little bit about me: I'm the founder. I've joined a lot of the professional organizations such as the CF, the Crowdfund Intermediary Regulatory Advocates, and the National Crowdfunding Association. And I highly recommend that if you're really interested in knowing the inside scoop on crowdfunding, any of these great organizations would be wonderful places to start your journey. That's where I've got most of the knowledge that I have to date, just by networking with like-minded people who are all about the crowdfunding industry. In our promotion for Reality Crowd TV and the brand, we actually went on a 9-state tour from Connecticut, New York, Boston, Atlanta, DC, Jacksonville, Houston, Austin, Denver, and Seattle, hosting mock shows and panel discussions, all in an effort to fulfill our mission and all in an effort to really educate the American public as well as the entrepreneurial ecosystems exactly what the crowdfunding movement is. Prior to actually starting this company, I was an auditor at the Hartford Insurance Company. I worked for Deloitte & Touche, one of the largest accounting firms in the world, on 2 separate occasions. And I graduated from the University of Connecticut with an accounting degree. Jessica is our CEO, the Chief Execution Officer. She's the one who ensures that all the promises we make as a company are executed accordingly, and her experience is just phenomenal. She has education experience with the New York Department of Education. She's created curriculums both in math and science, and that is being translated into really great content for all the people that we're helping. She's also currently a brand management, marketing, and brokerage professional within Staples. And what many people don't know is that Staples is one large brokerage operation. When someone goes into Staples on the copy and print center online, Staples isn't the one who's printing that in their own mills. They're brokering that off to other organizations. So it's really interesting. I never knew that before I met Jessica, that a large established company like that is really one large brokerage operation. Jessica and I met when we both worked at Deloitte & Touche, and we were auditing the same company that ended up going public, and she graduated from Binghamton University. So what do we do exactly? And this has been a very interesting road. As I mentioned earlier, we started back in October of 2013, and we have pivoted no less than I believe it was three to five times in our short 1 year existence. But as a startup company, you have to test the waters. You have to come up with a premise, test that premise. If you find that it doesn't work, then you have to pivot, or you have to find another way of trying to articulate exactly what you do. So we started out with just our thoughts to have a TV show about the crowdfunding movement, similar to the Shark Tank without the bite, but instead of a panel of sharks criticizing people, we wanted to have a nurturing mentor environment where entrepreneurs are getting the support they need to help them execute the campaign. After we got back from our tour, which was between January and April of 2014, we were inundated with contact forms. Over 300 people had contacted us, whether they were entrepreneurs seeking help on crowdfunding or whether they were ecosystems and funding portals looking for marketing assistance and deal flow. So because of that need that we saw, and because we practiced what we preached on ourselves by learning the social media aspect on our own accounts, and by really understanding the industry through the multiple mentors we've personally had, we began back in April of 2014 a consultancy practice in a digital media agency. That's what most people do not know about our company, Reality Crowd TV, because we don't show that as a prominent piece of our company. But since April, we've actually helped a lot of clients, and you'll see a slide very shortly on who we've helped so far. We've also done crowdfunding pitch competitions. We did a very short 1 month demo, 1 month pilot of this, where we had 3 weekly shows that had 3 competitors per show. The winner of each episode then went on to the month-end competition, where the top 3 pitches then competed against each other, and the winner actually received a free crowdfunding campaign on headfunder.com, one of our friends and our partners. So that was an interesting pilot program. We have not continued on with it as of yet. It was really an experiment to see, can this mechanism of Google Hangouts on Air be used in this fashion? As virtual events, and what we're extremely excited about, which I'm going to go into in detail after this presentation is over, is this virtual incubator program. And this is out of necessity to be able to provide entrepreneurs who really need help in the crowdfunding movement a very affordable and robust and quality way for them to receive the education they need in order to succeed in a do-it-yourself manner with crowdfunding. We're always into strategic partnerships, and we also have other ways that we can help in promotions, advertising, and internet marketing. So a few of our clients here, you know, the actual list is, I believe there's actually more people now that it's been about a month since we created this. But these are some of the people we've helped, whether it's through our social media help, whether it's through our public relations help, and whether it's through our crowdfunding consulting. This presentation is available on the Google event and also on SlideShare. So I'm really just going to breeze by these next few pieces. But we've had a lot of the people who we helped on our show, and we show some statistics here as to how they did. And you could actually watch the episodes they were on to see that they indeed you know, hear more about their projects, and they're all really amazing people. So where are we headed? There's going to be a lot of things we're going to do in the future, and because this industry is so new and it continues to change, there's going to be a lot of different options for people who want to engage in this industry. The first bullet point is where we're really headed. Everything else is going to be done through partnerships. We don't want to create our own crowdfunding platform. We don't want to create our own crowd speaking or crowdsourcing platform. We want to be able to provide an ecosystem between entrepreneurs and the funding they need. We want to be that glue in the middle that allows people to really, you know, get educated if you're on that side of the equation, get the tools and resources you need as the entrepreneurs. And then we also want to have really good relationships with partners so that we can provide referrals to the people who we are working with in a manner that would end up being beneficial to everybody involved. We want to have a very big win-win situation. So what we're looking for currently, we're actually in discussions with web developers. Anyone who's watching, if you have a referral for us, please reach out to us through our website. We're eventually going to be seeking a seed round investment. So that's the crowdfunding piece of this. Whether it's crowdfunding or traditional discussions with angels, we're going to be headed in that direction. We're looking for content video distribution providers. So if somebody has a blog and they're looking for content, we would love to create content for you and embed our YouTube videos of our TV show so that you guys can get the content you need and we can get more exposure for the entrepreneurs who are going to be on our show. And really, we're really just looking to partner up with people who are like-minded, who want to help entrepreneurs, and they don't necessarily have to be in the crowdfunding industry. Because guess what? Once a company crowdfunds and raises the funds they need a plethora of other services now that they're an established company. They need business development help. They need people to help them if they've crowdfunded. And so we're looking to partner with many different ecosystems because the bottom line is funding is just the beginning. The real piece of the pie that's going to be the make or break for these companies is what do they do after? And so we're also looking for board advisors and mentors. And right now we're also looking for introductions. We have established relationships in Connecticut with one university in particular who has actually enlisted us as an educator. Trinity College has us on an honorarium in their entrepreneurial program to teach their students crowdfunding. So we've been doing that now for the last semester. We're talking to other universities such as UConn, Central Connecticut State University, and Western Connecticut State University. But we're always looking to meet more of people in that field because the youth really understands crowdfunding and they're excited to use it. Finally, you have our contact us page, which again, you could get all this information on the actual website that we have, and you could get that on slide share as well. I'm going to just switch back now to the actual webinar screen, and what I'd really like to now do is kind of talk about the vision of this virtual business incubator. And so one of the things that I'd really like to share here is why would a virtual incubator work, and how do we attract like-minded people to join this virtual ecosystem in order to collaborate in a manner that respects each individual's brand but benefits from the collective crowdsourcing of the content each individual brings to the equation. So this is what, even though I don't believe there's something that is completely created in this manner as of yet, this is the grand vision of what I see should be created and what we're going to work towards and what we're going to try to strategically partner with people on. So biggest problem of entrepreneurship right now. An entrepreneur started a business for a reason. They love their brand. They love their company. They want their name to be the name that is broadcast. They're the ones who need to be the one who says, I'm offering this service, I'm the one helping you, I'm promoting myself. So knowing that entrepreneurs love the fact that they have their own brands front and center, there has to be a way to collaborate which still respects the dignity of each individual's brand. At the same time, wouldn't that individual brand benefit from essentially collaborating with people on the back end of their system, whereby the membership that they would end up providing to their users would also include the content of other people who are offering the same membership to their users. So if you're sticking with me for a moment, what I'm essentially proposing, which I'm currently under discussion with a bunch of ecosystem providers to see if they could actually have this system in place. What I am proposing is the front end of everybody's website in this crowdsourced virtual incubator is an individual's. So when someone comes to realitycrowdtv.com's website, they see my brand. When someone goes to visionlaunch.com website, they see their brand. If Reality Crowd TV is the one who attracts a member to this ecosystem, and they sell a membership, whether it's a monthly or an annual membership, those people are then entered into the back-end membership site that is included within the Reality Crowd TV brand. And let's say now another person who's agreed to this back-end membership collaboration, the visionlaunch.com example, if they attracted a member and they paid the membership fee, they now join the membership site of visionlaunch.com. The two back-end membership sites are interlinked after the fact. So the two brands facing the actual population are getting membership fees, and they're actually providing unique value propositions to attract those members. On the back end, however, Vision Launch and Reality Crowd TV have agreed to share their content across all members, so that not only is Vision Launch selling a membership to visionlaunch.com, they're also selling the content of realitycrowdtv.com in an agreement that says any members that join this ecosystem benefit from the content of each individual provider. This is the vision of what I see to be the new model of collaboration between brands. Once again, the biggest struggle that brands have is, how do I strategically partner with somebody without degrading the value of my own brand? I don't want to be subordinate to anyone else's brand. That's what I always hear. That's what the struggle is for so many entrepreneurs. But if you can come up with this back-end membership / virtual incubator model, where all of the members who are agree to link to each other's back end are willing to share that content, then you just solve the greatest problem that is facing brands from collaborating in a manner to help entrepreneurs and startups out. And this is where the future is. I have not seen anyone, to my recollection, be promoting this visibly. I know of ecosystems that allow this linking to happen, but everything is so new. And so the purpose of this call is really to share this vision with all of you. And if any of you actually find this is something that you would be interested in participating, you would want to be someone who would want to integrate a back-end membership site so you can mentor a bunch of entrepreneurs and provide content in a crowdsourced manner. Please reach out to us, because that would be a dream come true. We're looking for partners in that regard. So right now, again, we have the Q&A application open, but I wanted to also share with you what the show is going to look like for the remainder of this year and what the show is going to become for the remainder of next year. The show for the remainder of this year is going to have a bunch of different presentations that will be conducted by myself and Jessica Sun, the CEO of Reality Crowd TV, and this will be mainly educational and content rich. Starting next year, we're going to continue having guests on the show once again, but we're really going to focus on shorter videos. We only want to have about 15-minute clips, because the feedback has been, although we love your hour episodes, Manolis, most people pay for the full hour because, of course, everyone has things to do. But if we do clips that are no longer than 15 minutes, which based on the analytics on YouTube, the average view time of our hour-long shows is approximately 15 minutes. So with that in mind, that's what the future of our shows are going to be, is shorter 15-minute clips that are more scripted in nature, so that we can really provide that content to other people who might want to syndicate it on their blogs and journalists and media properties. So that is essentially all I have for today, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to just say thank you so much for listening again. This is another rather large pivot for our company. We're moving into this virtual incubator space that will be heavily video related, because that's the way that I believe people learn the best, and they could really get to know people the best and get to know entrepreneurs who might be going through this program. But this is really the next evolution of Reality Crowd TV Media Corporation. We're taking it to the next level. We're building the portfolio and market research to syndicate this show on a web basis, so that one day it can get the viewership that is needed to really educate people on the crowdfunding industry on a large scale. So once again, thank you all for watching. This has been another episode of Reality Crowd TV. And until next time, dream it, believe it, achieve it. Thank you.